Totems 2019 Dart Concepts. Welcome back. First, before we can get into that, though, we really need to talk about the difference between a swipe, a double team, and a pick. Um, there are three ways that two offensive linemen will block a combination of defensive linemen and linebackers, and it's good vocab, and we need to talk about it. In our style of offense, which is just a five-man surface, we'll occasionally get a pick. We're at like in an inside zone at the point of attack. We'll get a front side guard and the center, if the tackle's in a one tech, something like that, we'll get a pick. And a swipe, and we'll get a swipe with a quarterback counter or dart. We'll seldom get a pure double team, as we just don't have enough linemen at the point of attack. But let's go through these three to make sure we understand what they are. A swipe on their second step, because remember, on our first step, we're just going to gain a little bit of ground. On our second step, we make contact. We're going to push him off the line. And the offensive lineman closest to the ball, the player to the inside, keeps his eyes on the backside linebacker, not the front side. If you notice here in our picture, we're talking about the backside. Okay, the backside tackle is going to be responsible for him. In our numbering system, that's the -1. In our numbering system, the backside tackle has the number 1, but because we're bringing the backside tackle around on the anchor, we're going to have to take care of the -1 with our swipe. And a swipe means that of the two men, one of them is going to take off for the backside, or actually not even take off for him, is going to wait for him to come across. You know, unless that Sam starts to dive into an inside gap somewhere, just keep pushing on that front side tackle, that defensive tackle. Keep your eyes on that linebacker, and when he gets close to you, disengage and block the Sam. That's while you're getting pushed down the field. That's probably our most important double team. Second one is the pure double team itself, and in this one, you're both making contact on your second step. You're trying to prevent any penetration. The defensive tackle's been learned to split the two of you. You've got to get underneath him. You've got to keep your feet on the ground, and you just get a pure double team. Somebody else is responsible for the Mike and the Sam, or the defensive end, whatever. On a pure double team, you just have one guy. We don't get very many pure double teams. The defense would basically have to put nobody in the box in order for us to get a double team. It'd be great. Just don't see it happening. We do get some picks, and that's usually on an inside zone. On the second step, both offensive linemen make contact with the defensive lineman and push him off the line. 4 hands are on the defensive lineman, but all 4 eyes are on that linebacker that's stacked behind. What will happen is the linebacker is going to see the running back, and if he expects the running back, in this case, to bolt outside, the linebacker is going to go outside. Okay? And when that happens, because we have 4 eyes on that tackle, we're going to just kind of shuffle over where the inside man has the DT, and the outside man, in the case of the picture here, the outside man will pick up the mic. It just takes a lot of practice, and it's a good scheme to run against an inside for the inside zone. Now let's go over the key concepts of Red Right 37 Auburn, which is our basic dart play. Make all perimeter and interior identifications. So there we are, same IDs we've been making for every other play. We're going to attack the C gap instead of the B gap. On power, we were going to attack the interior B gap or A gap. But here, we're more in this area right here. When possible, the front side tackle and guards swipe the defensive tackle on the front side all the way to the backside linebacker. That's what we just got done talking about. So we're going to get good push here when our eyes are on the Sam. And that's, I drew that so you get the idea that you had the backside linebacker. But let the backside linebacker come to you. You get pushed, keep your eyes on him, keep your eyes on him, keep your eyes on him. And when he gets to you, disengage, snap. Must get pushed on the defensive tackle to make the attack angles of the backside tackle and running back less sharp. So if we don't do anything, if that DT is able to just drop right there and we don't get any push at all, man, it's like we've got to go over and up. Instead, we just want to kind of go over. If we push that man up, we'll be able to kind of go on an arc, and that's the best way to go. Backside guard is going to kick out the first defender head up to outside the offensive tackle on the play side. So in this case, this is the guy we're going to try to kick out. There you go. If he's coached really, really well and he's practiced it a lot, the defensive end, the dollar sign there, the stud, will shuffle down inside. He'll make it hard. And that's when we practice trying to log him to the inside and go outside and all those things. But for right now, let's see if we can just kick him out. He's got contained too. So, you know, in a 5-man surface, there's a good chance he's going to be outside. Backside tackle takes a deep pull step and scrapes paint with the offensive tackle, getting his shoulder as square as possible to the line of scrimmage. Here he goes. So it's a deep pull so you can come around and come through that hole with your shoulder square because you got to get the mic or any other backer that's going to penetrate to the inside. Let's finish with the rest of the blocks. The center is going to block on the backside nose. Everybody else gets their standard blocks. Running back takes a bucket step, hesitates, waits for the ball to be seated, and then attacks. Quarterback seats the ball, good run fake, or good handoff as he eyeballs the orphan, the defensive end. All right, we got some known issues with dart. One is against a TNT look. You know, the center comes up and sees that he's covered. Both guards are covered, and linebackers are stacked behind. He's going to call a TNT, and we don't get any double teams. It just basically becomes a very tight gap play. And in case of 32 and 33, the backside receiver needs to come all the way inside. So the backside guard is going to pull, as always. The center's going to block back on the tackle. Guard's going to block back on the nose. Tackle's going to block back on the tackle. And again, we don't get any swipes or anything. We can't get to that -2 in there. The backside receiver is going to have to do that. And that's okay. Backside tackle pulls, and we're good from there. Another thing that happens is, as we've talked before, is we get all kinds of pressure. You know, the center comes up and looks, and there's somebody in every gap, or it looks like somebody's going to be in every gap. Um, we're going to call a gator special. Um, Gator means we're going to gap to the right, and special means that only the backside tackle is going to pull. The guard's not going to pull, just the backside tackle. So if you take a look at that, it's a pretty good play. Now, yeah, the wideout's got to come all the way in for -2, but you know that's just what you got to do. They're bringing that many people into the box. Guess we'll have to do that. Or we'll have to check out. But one way or the other, that's the way this play should run.